This is Gail. Welcome to my channel. Today, I would like to present my 2020 goals for crafting in association with Cool Cakes and Crafts with Amalia. Now, I watched Amalia do her goals last year, followed her throughout the year, and by watching the videos, it actually helped me to feel like I could get more organized, and I did, and it encouraged and supported me. Also, Elaine Larkin with Larkin Lane Creations was a part of that collab, and she also shared some pretty cool videos about what she was doing to upcycle, but more importantly, what she was doing to do some organizing and craft goals. And so that also helped me to become encouraged and supported in doing so myself. So without further ado, I just thought I would share with you what I've created for my craft goals for 2020. And hopefully maybe some of what I do or say will encourage you as well. So here's my first goal. Videos and channel startup. Well, you know, I've had a YouTube channel for a while, and it's just got playlists. I don't do a thing, okay? However, what I have found is that I now have been encouraged and supported by Amalia, especially by Elaine Larkin, and by Lori from Grammy's Keepsakes, to get out there and put out my own videos. So, my goals for my channel startup are to do one goal video per month. Even though I'm not a direct part of Amalia's collaboration this year, I really would like to follow along and try also to do some of the goals and try to meet them. And the second thing I want to do is to try to at least do 2 journaling or mixed media videos per month. I do a lot of different crafts. In terms of recent years, I started out with making cards, then I made altered books, and I've done mixed media, done some stuff with polymer clay, you know, tried a little drawing, definitely like collaging. So anyhow, lots of stuff. But I want to try to do at least 2 videos per month. I think I've hesitated to do that in the past because basically I don't feel like I do anything that's different from anybody else. I don't feel like I'm creating anything new because let's face it, there's a lot of just reinventing the wheel going on, and there are some wonderfully creative people, but I don't put myself in their category. So, you know, we'll see. Maybe someone will get something from my take on doing something that's been done before. So, those are my video and channel startup goals. Finished projects. Okay, so who doesn't have stuff like that laying around? Like I have a lot of it. A lot. You know, I've been retired a few years now, and, you know, kind of didn't want to get committed to anything. Yes, I was commitless. Well, yeah. After a few years now and things piling up, I'm like, time to really focus and commit to finishing some of your projects. Like this one, for instance. This one, and I'm going to try zooming out here. Let's see how it goes. This one is from a Mrs. Cog online course. This was her planner course. And in this planner course, I did really well with the inside. Check it out. I won't go through everything, but ta-da, you can see I have a lot of it done. There are really just some minor inside things to be done. Like, for example, over here, I need to put the things in here and that, but, you know, I have a lot done in here. It won't take me long to finish it. And the biggest thing is, yes, I need to finish the cover, but hey, look, I have the biggest piece of it done. Isn't she adorable? Just need to add a little bit of lace and maybe some cheesecloth, some words, yeah, and then she'll be done. So, why haven't I finished it? I don't know. It's just me. I do this a lot. I get something almost done, and then, yeah, I get bored with it, and I move on to something else. New challenge to tackle. Well, my challenge this year is to finish my past challenges and quit shooting off, racing after a new squirrel. Okay, so that being said, I have decided to complete at least one project per month. Okay, that is not huge. Easily done. And I bet you I can finish more than that. But I don't want to stress myself out. So one per month should do it. All right, next goal, organization and cleanup. Okay, well, for, you know, stating the obvious, but here it is. Clean up desk after each project. Yeah, if I could quickly show you my desk, I would, but I'm still new at all this camera stuff. Just downloaded a new app this morning because the old one just didn't seem as user-friendly. So bear with me until I get better at this. Anyhow, so clean up desk after each project and the craft room at least once per month because we all know how we pile things up in our craft room. And yeah, sometimes it takes me longer than that. And please excuse my nasal issues here. Don't mean to be gross, but I have had acute bronchitis and it just isn't seeming to go away. Okay, goal number 4. Use up stash and track spending. Oh, that last one. Don't like it? Don't like it. But it's necessary. So, things I want to use up are papers. You know, I don't have very many paper pads really, but I do have some. And some that I bought and can't even remember what project now I wanted to use them on. So that's not going to happen anymore. I've got to work on that. Also, I have a lot of paints. I need to start using them before they totally dry out. You know, I took out my dilutions a while back because a friend wanted to learn about the jelly plate. And while we were doing that, I realized I was really lucky. Those dilutions had not dried out. You know, they were still in great shape. And the colors are so vibrant. Why haven't I used them? Then, revisit supplies to energize. You know how it is sometimes you're looking through your stuff and you go, oh, wow, that's really pretty. Why haven't I used it yet? Oh, and I bet I could use it on this or this, you know. So it does help you kind of get yourself excited again about old supplies and then use them. Minimize spending. Okay, so that's tough. And everybody's amount is private, I suppose, and people don't want to share, but, you know, I won't share the amount, but I do want to keep on top of that because, you know what, I have tons of stuff in my craft room. I'm sure that when I can use what I have, it's best. And one of the things I'm getting really bad at is something that's not even in my craft room. It's on my computer. It's digital kits. Digis. Oh my gosh. Am I purchasing those left and right? Yes, I am. I need to slow my roll with that. And I did finally get a Graphics Fairy membership, and I want to learn how to do that myself, among other things. So that could help me with digi spending. And part of using up that stash will be some racks. You know, who can I send some of the stuff to that I know I'm never going to use? You know, I am a hoarder, but I know I'm not going to use some of this stuff, and maybe somebody else will. Once a month I do volunteering at the assisted living facility, like right down the block from me. And I thought, we make cards. So how easy would it be to take some of my materials to them to use? So that's one place that I intend to utilize my goodies. Okay, number 5, educate. Yeah, what do I mean by that? I don't mean go out and educate other people. I could try, but a lot of people know a lot more than me. So that means to try to go to a minimum of 3 retreats, classes, or online courses to stay fresh and get synergized. You know how it is. When you're just home, it's great, but sometimes you just want to see something new, or there's an artist or a crafter that you really want to learn directly from, and you'd love to do it in person. So retreats are very helpful with that when I can afford them. Classes, those could be classes no longer in craft stores around here. Had a great place. The last one's gone. Closest one is probably at least 20 or 30 miles away now. So, yeah, kind of sad, but the way it is. But online courses, and I already am enrolled in one for drawing, which I've always wanted to do. It's with Valerie, and I'll mispronounce her last name, Shadeen. Great artist, great ideas. Okay, and I started it. Have I finished it? Oh no. Got to get back on that and do it. I've paid for it. Okay, then this whole thing of doing that, educate, is to so you stay fresh, and then you get synergized and you love what you're doing all over. You get lots of ideas, and then of course, like me, you go off on a lot of tangents here, there, and everywhere. But I'm trying to stay focused, right? So I'll get synergized and do some new things, but finish old along with the new. Right. 6, do a swap. You know, I've never done a swap. I was always afraid that what I did wouldn't be good enough or packaged well enough, because when I look at how some of the ladies package what they swap, I am amazed. It's just phenomenal how they package alone. So I'm learning a lot from watching YouTube videos. That goes along with educate. There are some great artists who give us wonderful ideas and help with what we want to do. So hats off to you, ladies and gentlemen, who already do a great job of educating us via YouTube or Facebook or whatever. I'm not big on Instagram. That's something I really need to learn to do, along with doing a swap and feeling comfortable doing a swap. Okay, so at least one this year, okay? Not setting the bar super high here, but that's because I know me. I start something, get sick, or something else comes up, and sometimes I don't finish what I start. So I don't want to commit to more than one. Again, that commitless thing popping its head in here. Okay. Oh, can you hear that sleet hitting the window? Oh my. Here in Michigan, we're in the middle of a snow, ice, rain, sleet storm. Power's already been out. Tree down in the corner of my yard. Actually, just across the fence in my neighbor's yard. Yeah, lots of issues already, and we've only just begun the fun for the snow weekend. Up to 10 inches, they're saying. Oh, joy. Okay, so last but not least, I'm following again what Amalia set up for the people involved in her collaboration, but I really think it's a great idea. So, who The who for this whole thing is, it's for me. Let's face it, nobody else may care what I'm doing. But if it encourages or supports anybody else who's trying to get a focus and get organized this year, then hey, it's worth it. And also maybe for the art community, maybe something I do will spur someone to take off with something similar to it. You know, again, I'm sure I'm not doing anything different than what's already been done, but hey, maybe my take on it will get somebody excited, and that's all I can ask for. What am I trying to do? For myself, I'm trying to get focused and organized for success. Because, you know, when you see unfinished projects sitting around, it doesn't make you feel very successful. And you don't always feel focused. I like doing so many things that I really do get excited about things, and I start them, but I don't always finish. And I am a hoarder too, so got to get on top of that. And also, hopefully, it's to encourage others and maybe motivate somebody else. Get them synergized, right? Okay, when? 2020. And hopefully, by following along with this collab, I'm also starting a new habit. You know, it takes some time to get a new habit started, but once I get everything totally organized, which, by the way, I won't show you yet, but I have gotten to where I have a big craft room downstairs, but it's in a basement. There's no sunlight. It's kind of lonely and cold down there in the winter. I mean, we have heat and everything, but, you know. So what I've done is converted my guest room. It's still a guest room with a bed and whatever, but I've converted the closet in there, or am converting it, into a craft closet, which is right here beside my computer. So this craft closet, I've gotten all the little organizers and the little plastic project tubs and or folders or whatever, and I'm trying to get it all organized so it's at my fingertips. So I'm hoping that getting that new habit established will continue beyond 2020. Where? Well, I'm doing it here in my craft room and maybe at some retreats at friends' homes. Who knows where, you know? Sometimes something will pop up and you go. For example, Lori from Grammy's Keepsakes and I went to an art retreat in West Virginia. Well, actually, it wasn't a retreat. It was called an artisans tour. It was a studio tour. 10 artisans. You got to go to the studios where they do all their creating. And at each one, there was at least one person there showing you how they do their art. And fabulous, fabulous artisans. And I do mean artisans. Spectacular stuff. 2 days worth of fun. And highly recommend it in West Virginia. We did a super fast trip. Left on a Thursday at like 7 in the evening. And then ended up coming home on Sunday like, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon because we were trying to beat a snowstorm. And thank goodness we did. We were an hour or two ahead of a huge pileup in, I think it was Pennsylvania, either on the Pennsylvania Turnpike or Ohio Turnpike. So thank God we made it home safely. Got snowed in at Lori's house. She's like an hour and a half south of me. And the snow was, yeah, I think it was already there, and we got like 8 or 10 inches overnight. So got to stay another day in craft. Woohoo! Now, why? Why am I doing it? I'm doing it for motivation for me and for others, and for organization for me and for others. Maybe something I do for organization might help someone else, and of course, for fun. Gotta have some fun while you're crafting, or it's just not worth it. How? Well, I'm doing or becoming a part of the art community on a larger scale. Some of you already know me from comments that I leave on your videos, and loved. I watch all the time while I'm crafting. I'm watching, and I always try to leave at least one positive comment, if not more. But sometimes, you know, everybody needs encouragement, not just sometimes, always. We all need encouragement. And there are enough negative Nellies out there that I don't understand why they leave a comment, why they just can't turn that video off if they don't like it. But those people that leave negative comments, oh, thumbs down to you. Okay, and I know nobody watching this is one of those, because you're probably like me, a fellow crafter just trying to get by. Okay, and how? Well, I'm doing it by making videos, hopefully, and by getting organized. I just think, for me, organization is going to be the key to my year this year. Because once I get organized, I'll be able to complete projects easier and not go off on a tangent hunting for something, find something else, and then go, oh yeah, I want to do that. You know, enough. Focus, Gail, focus. So, thank you for listening to my goals. Hopefully, some of you will get motivated and synergized through this. If not, give me a little time. I'm going to have some more videos up and running, and been trying to figure out what my first one might be. I've been told that my bookmarks are pretty cool, and let me zoom out a little bit. But that's by my friends, and you know, sometimes friends just try to encourage you and make you feel better about what you do. But this one is mine. Let me flip this over. This one is mine, and I made this. This is upcycling book pages. You can see here on the back. It's just stenciled, and yeah, and this one is for me because I love this color. And there's collage, and it's 3D because I love 3D. It's touchy-feely. There's texture. So yeah, this one I made for my daughter. And this one, she loves fairies. And so this one again, as you see, recycled book page with some stenciling. And yeah, magical. It is indeed. And again, the texture, the bling, the little fairies, so cute. So cute. This one was one that I made out of, I'll show you this side. This is actually some gel pen action on some tracing paper, and I just used a stencil. Oops, sorry, the focus. Just used a stencil here. And then of course some die cutting, and oh yes, I colorized some cheesecloth, a little word, gotta have a word. But when you flip this over, ta-da, this is actually some Daphne's diary paper. One of the pages out of the Daphne's diary. And this design is from there. It's really sad. I understand why. Because of copyright, you can't sell their pages. But you certainly can make things out of them, give them to friends, keep them for yourself. And so that's what I like to do with the really pretty pages and designs. And this was already there. Life is a box of colors. Okay, so this design and this was already there, and I added the rest. So maybe someone would like to see how I do my bookmarks, and maybe that'll be one of my first videos. Haven't decided yet. Just wanted to get through this one, which, by the way, has been a chore because new camera, new apps, and lots of learning. That's all good. So, again, thank you for coming to my channel today, and welcome, and I hope to see you back. Alrighty then. Talk to you soon. Bye.